Greetings and welcome to our channel Exploring the Indian Economy. If I asked you which is the most profitable company in India for FY 23-24, the answer would be Reliance Industries. Post-pandemic, it has been either Reliance or TCS, and in one or two instances, Tata Steel and HDFC Bank has been close to being the top. However, there is one company which was still the most profitable in FY 21-22 and almost completely dominated the list of profitable companies in India prior to FY 19. You would be hard pressed to guess which one. In fact, if we told you that it is a government owned PSU, you would be even more intrigued. This is a company which routinely makes multiple billion-dollar overseas investments and has made huge billion-dollar M&A transactions both in India and abroad routinely. Chances are you have never seriously looked at ONGC. Today, we will be taking an in-depth look at ONGC, India's largest oil and gas exploration and production company. ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, plays a vital role in India's energy security and has been a key driver of the country's economic growth over the decades. As the leading national oil company, ONGC accounts for a significant portion of India's domestic hydrocarbon production, helping to reduce the country's reliance on costly energy imports. In this video, we will cover ONGC's history, its current operation and asset base, its financial performance and its strategic importance to the Indian government and economy. We will also discuss some of the opportunities and challenges facing ONGC as it navigates an evolving global energy landscape. Whether you are an investor, policymaker or simply interested in understanding the intricacies of Indian economy, this video on ONGC is sure to provide valuable insights. So let's dive in. Let's start off by discussing the history of ONGC. ONGC was founded on August 14, 1956 by the Government of India. It is the largest government-owned oil and gas exploration and production company in the country. Now let's discuss the period between 1947 and 1960. Prior to independence, the Assam Oil Company in the northeast and the Attock Oil Company in the northeast were the only oil companies operating in undivided India. The major part of India's sedimentary basins were deemed unfit for oil and gas development at the time. Now let's discuss the period between 1961 to 1990. Since its inception, it has been instrumental in transforming India's limited upstream sector into a large, viable playing field. The company made significant discoveries onshore, including in Assam, Cambay, Assam-Arakan Fold Belt, and East Coast basins. In the early 1970s, ONGC went offshore and discovered the giant Mumbai High or Bombay High oil field, which, along with subsequent offshore discoveries, changed India's oil scenario. ONGC went on to discover over 5 billion tons of hydrocarbons in the country. ONGC also expanded its operation to include refining, petrochemicals and power generation, further solidifying its position as a diversified energy conglomerate. Now let's discuss about the period of 1990 onwards. In 1994, ONGC was recognized as a limited company under the Companies Act 1956 after the government's economic liberalization policies. The government divested 2% of its shares through competitive bidding, and ONGC later offered another 2% to its employees. ONGC diversified into the downstream sector by taking over MRPL in 2002-2003. It also expanded globally through its subsidiary ONGC Videsh Limited, making investments in countries like Vietnam, Russia, Colombia and Sudan. In 2010, the Government of India conferred the Maharatna status to ONGC, recognizing its significant contributions. Today, ONGC is the largest crude oil and natural gas producer in India, contributing around 71% of the country's domestic production. It is India's largest integrated oil and gas company with a diverse portfolio of onshore and offshore assets, refineries and petrochemical plants. The company plays a crucial role in the government's energy security and self-sufficiency objectives, contributing significantly to the country's economic development. ONGC's rich history spanning over 6 decades has seen it evolve from a small exploration unit into a global energy powerhouse, cementing its position as a key pillar of the Indian economy and a testament to the nation's technological and entrepreneurial prowess. Now, let's discuss about the current operations. ONGC's current operations span the entire hydrocarbon value chain, including exploration, production, refining, petrochemicals, power generation, and renewable energy. The company is also actively expanding its global footprint through its overseas subsidiary ONGC Videsh. It is currently engaged in a wide range of operations across the oil and gas value chain in India and globally. Here are some key aspects of ONGC's current operations. Now let's discuss about exploration and production of ONGC. ONGC is the largest crude oil and natural gas producer in India, contributing around 71% to the country's domestic production. The company has three main areas of exploration activities: deep water, shallow water, and onshore. In FY 2019-20, ONGC declared 12 new discoveries, 7 on land, 5 offshore in its operated nomination acreages. Now let's discuss about refining and marketing. ONGC has refining subsidiaries like Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited (MRPL) and Hindustan Petrochemical Corporation Limited (HPCL). MRPL operates a 15 MMTP refinery with complex secondary processing units, delivering a variety of quality products. Now let's discuss about petrochemicals. It has petrochemical joint ventures like ONGC Petro Additions Limited (OPAL) and ONGC Mangalore Petrochemicals Limited (OMPL). OPAL is a multi-billion joint venture company promoted by ONGC, GAIL and GSPC. Now let's discuss about overseas operations. ONGC's wholly owned subsidiary ONGC Videsh owns participating interests in 35 oil and gas assets across 15 countries. ONGC Videsh is the second largest petroleum company of India after its parent ONGC in terms of reserves and production. Now let's discuss about power generation. It has set up a 726.6 megawatt combined cycle gas turbine CCGT thermal power plant at Palatana, Tripura in a joint venture with ILNFS and Government of Tripura. Now let's discuss about renewable energy. It plans to expand its renewable energy portfolio as part of its Energy Strategy 2040 to diversify its business mix. The company is currently in the process of acquiring a majority stake in INR Renewable Power Private Limited to boost its renewable energy operations. Very early in its history, ONGC has been throughout its history been hugely profitable. Even in the year FY 2015, its PAT was Rs 26,000 crores. It has had no debt and huge cash flows. So it was logical that ONGC through its subsidiary ONGC Videsh became the primary vehicle for acquiring stakes in overseas oil and gas assets. The ONGC revenue has grown from Rs 3,96,762 crores in FY20 to Rs 643.037 crores in FY24. While its PAT has grown from Rs 10,523 crores to Rs 54,704 crores in the same period. Now let's discuss about the growth and investment in India's oil and gas sector. The oil and gas sector plays a vital role in influencing decision making for all the other important sectors of the country, as it is among the 8 core industries in India. The need for oil and gas is projected to grow more in the near future, thereby making the sector quite conducive for investment. To fulfill the increasing demand, the Government of India has adopted several policies, including allowing 100% foreign direct investment (FDI) in many segments of the sector, such as natural gas, petroleum products, and refineries. India had 4.5 thousand million barrels of proven oil reserves at the end of 2018 and produced 39.5 million tons in 2018. As of 1st April 2019, India had a network of 10,419 kilometers of crude pipeline having a capacity of 145.6 mmtpa. India is expected to be one of the largest contributors to non-OECD petroleum consumption growth globally, retaining its spot as the third largest consumer of oil in the world in 2017, with consumption of 4.69 mbpd of oil compared to 4.56 mbpd in 2016. Gas pipeline infrastructure in the country stood at 16,226 km at the beginning of February 2019, and India's domestic crude oil production in July 2019 was 2.769 million metric tons MMT. As of 2017, the country had 600 MMT of proven oil reserves. ONGC, in pursuit of enhancing hydrocarbon, makes constant efforts to induct state-of-the-art technology for higher precision and real-time data acquisition in reservoir characterization, such as the deployment of wireless surface readout technology during the drill system testing operation in well W024-3. Now let's discuss about financial performance. In the fiscal year 2024, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation ONGC has showcased a commendable financial performance with a total revenue of INR 6.55 trillion. ONGC has demonstrated a steady growth trajectory, marking a notable 3.6% increase compared to the preceding fiscal year. This upward trend in revenue is indicative of the company's robust operational capabilities and strategic initiatives in a dynamic market environment. Notably, ONGC's net income for the fiscal year surged to INR 492.2 billion, showcasing a remarkable 39% growth from the previous year. The substantial increase in net income underscores ONGC's efficiency in managing costs, optimizing operations, and capitalizing on market opportunities. The company's ability to achieve such significant growth in net income reflects its strong financial acumen and adept management of resources amidst evolving industry dynamics. Furthermore, ONGC's profit margin witnessed a notable improvement, reaching 7.5% in the fiscal year 2024, up from 5.6% in the previous year. This enhanced profitability underscores ONGC's focus on operational efficiency, cost management, and revenue optimization strategies. The company's commitment to driving sustainable growth while maintaining a healthy profit margin exemplifies its resilience and adaptability in a competitive market landscape. The company's EBITDA margin for the year stood at 48.28%. As a major oil and gas producer, ONGC's profitability is strongly correlated with the global crude prices. This is even more true with the numerous overseas assets of ONGC Limited. Overall, ONGC's robust financial performance in 2024 underscores its position as a key player in the oil and gas sector, showcasing resilience, strategic foresight, and operational excellence in navigating the complexities of the industry while delivering value to its stakeholders. Now let's discuss about the challenges and opportunities. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation ONGC has reported its financial results for the fourth quarter and full year ended March 31, 2024. The company's standalone net profit for the fourth quarter declined marginally by 0.23% to Rs 9,869.37 crore compared to the previous quarter. However, the profit figures surpassed analysts' estimates of Rs 9,158.1 crore, showcasing ONGC's resilience in the face of market challenges. For the full fiscal year 2024, ONGC's standalone revenue from operations fell by 11.01% to Rs 1,38,402.13 crore, while its operating profit EBITDA declined by 8.74% to Rs 66,815.04 crore. The company's EBITDA margin for the year stood at 48.28%. Despite the year-over-year decline in revenue and profit, ONGC's fourth quarter performance was marked by a 3.63% increase in operating profit to Rs 15,890.73 crore, along with a 180 basis point expansion in EBITDA margin to 45.88% compared to the previous quarter. The company's board has recommended a final dividend of Rs 2.50 per equity share for the financial year 2024, underscoring its commitment to rewarding shareholders. ONGC's production also saw a sequential increase of 2.4% in the fourth quarter, indicating the company's operational efficiency and ability to navigate market conditions. While ONGC faced some challenges in the fiscal year 2024, its ability to surpass analysts' estimates in the fourth quarter and maintain a healthy EBITDA margin demonstrates the company's financial strength and operational resilience in the dynamic oil and gas industry. With the dynamics of the oil industry changing significantly over the last few decades, most new oil and gas assets try to make an alliance with India. Globally, India, along with the US and China and perhaps Japan, are the biggest crude oil markets in the world. As a part of their de-risking strategies and generate capital for development of these assets, a significant chunk of new oil assets are offered to India, which usually makes these investments through ONGC subsidiary ONGC Videsh. While it made its initial overseas investments largely in mature assets in Latin America, like Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia and Russia, Vietnam, in several countries in Africa and the Middle East, it has emerged as a prominent global E&P player. With a strong balance sheet, ONGC is also one of the largest oil and gas investors globally. Even in the domestic markets, it has large ownership in its traditional assets, Bombay High and in the more recent KG Basin. There has been news reports of large new discoveries in the Andamans. This may also add to the ONGC reserves. Today, ONGC is not only an E&P leader but is also a significant player in refining and in petrochemical manufacturing. With its aggressive investments in the first decade of the 21st century, it was considered that some of the ONGC investments made when the crude was around $100 or even higher, the ONGC investments were made at very high prices. The critics of ONGC thought that ONGC overpaid to the extent of several billion dollars. Going forward, it is hoped that ONGC is able to acquire assets more cheaply and is more optimistic when buying oil assets. ONGC aims to evolve into a modern progressive energy company and a global leader with best practices in governance and sustainability. ONGC's vision is to be a global leader in integrated energy business through sustainable growth, knowledge excellence, and exemplary governance practices. The company aspires to achieve this by leveraging competitive advantages in research and development. Additionally, ONGC is dedicated to reducing CO2 emissions across its activity chain with the objective of achieving carbon neutrality. That's all for today. As India's national oil company, ONGC's performance and decisions will continue to have a significant impact on the country's energy security, economic growth, and overall development. By understanding the company's rich history and its current position, we can better appreciate the crucial role it plays in India's economic landscape. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of ONGC. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the company's past, present, and future. Stay tuned for more episodes delving into the intricacies of Indian economy.